Jobbertears podcast. Jobbertears podcast. We on it now. You know what's now. We on it.
Yeah, had to take some time to show support for this excellence. Give it that special twist. Y'all know that I can't resist. I'm here and they never miss. I'm feeling like Bobby at WrestleMania, back in business. Treat this as lyrical academics. We black and gifted. Podcast full of melanin and this track of adrenaline got me back in my element. So sit back and just settle in. We just getting started. We celebrate every single time they record an episode. Welcome to the party. Every time somebody black get in their bag, the opposition attacks and they get mad. It's
That was such an abrupt stop to our song Jobber Nation.
Should I make an announcement on this episode?
Let's just introduce. Let's do a small introduce before you give an explosion of a announcement that you want to say. But Jobber Nation, welcome to another episode. Not only another episode of the Jobbertears podcast, but
200
ladies
niggas.
and gentlemen,
200 niggas.
200, baby.
200.
200 and running, baby.
200.
And we got our man on the 1, 2, and 3s.
Shout out to Miles and Gotham.
Young Miles, baby.
Studio podcast.
What's your last name, Miles?
Kelly.
Oh,
Kelly.
Yeah. Miles Kelly.
Miles Kelly.
It really rolls off the tongue well.
Yeah, Miles
Yeah,
Kelly.
it's like
Miles
really
Kelly.
proper.
Who named you, your mama
It's
or
really
daddy?
proper.
I don't know, Mom.
Miles K.
Shout out to Mama Kelly in the building. But yes, we've reached 200.
200.
Wow, what a
What a
time
journey.
it has been.
An explosion.
Mm-hmm.
A moment
Mm.
in podcast history.
There you go.
Everybody who hated on us, thank you.
Suck my dick.
Okay,
No.
just
Thank
straight
you.
out the gate.
Thank you.
Pew.
Thank you.
So,
Okay, so now go ahead.
Favorite moment?
Yeah, I was gonna say
is the
200
hole in the studio, our first studio.
that we never got charged for.
Not here, Miles.
No,
not
not
here.
here.
Here, relax,
our,
Miles.
Our original studio.
There's a hole in it, and then we put a picture of
these niggas put a whole picture over the hole. And then the week after it happened, we checked to see if the hole was still there. And
It was still there.
And it probably is still there.
It's still there. I kind of want to go back to see if it's still there.
Nah, you can never go back to the scene of the crime. That's wild. I would
So-
not recommend doing that. But, okay, hole in the wall. What about you, Mr. Black? Some favorite moments or favorite guest?
Come on, man. Chisel Adonis, baby.
Oh, shout out to Chisel Adonis. And
Oh,
I love his reaction
son.
videos.
Chisel, Leo, Simon Miller.
Leo who?
Leo Rush.
The one that likes to retire and then retire on our podcast and then come back.
Of course, my number one favorite episode, D-Lo Brown. Oh, man. Look at the real deal now.
What was better, interviewing him or actually meeting him
Meeting him.
live
Meeting
in
him.
color?
Meeting him, because,
How
like,
full circle to that was that? That was pretty cool. I didn't think that was going to happen.
the
so-
thing about it is just, like, it's all about, like, what you put out.
Yeah.
That's it. And, like, we had a lot of great moments, like
Ooh.
Battle Club, Jobber Slam.
Jobber Slam.
Like, we had, like, 2 different iterations. Shout out to the OG fans. Nick Cage,
Yeah.
with his podcast, Bland
Nick
by
and
Nature,
Maurice,
Maurice
Bland
and
by
Mountain.
Nature.
Shout out to the whole Jobber Tier South, all my niggas.
Jobbertears, the whole
With
network.
their podcast, man, with the excellent I keep on forgetting the name, but I listen to it because, like, it doesn't roll the tongue. It's very, like, but it's a weed smoker. If you smoke weed, son, yo, it's going to be in the description below. You already know I got to put the Jobbertears South, man. Of
Shout
course,
out.
MrBlac's Flowers for the flower section of my block. Shout out to nigga Bove of Weed and Wrestling. No, sorry.
Come out them papers.
My nigga Bove, yes. My nigga Bove of Dirty Hills, a.k.a. the Sped Ed Kids, out the papers, baby.
Off
He's
them
a free
papers.
man, baby. Out of state, baby. You already know, man.
Out of state, out of mind, baby.
Out of mind, baby.
Ooh,
Yo,
that's a
I know that
shout
makes no
out to-
sense, but it
No,
made
it's
Shout out
sense.
to my
hard.
son, Kofi Wheatston, shout out to your grandmother, man. R.I.P. to her, man.
Rest in peace, my
rest
nigga.
in peace, man. Shout out to the Raw Zone, Katie, my son, the Seamoss brother right here, Mike. Pew, 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 pew. Man, shout out to
This is what he
shout out to my guy
does.
Clark Street Wrestling celebrating 3 years,
Oh, shout out
man.
to Chicago. in the
Yes,
building.
shout out to my guys, Eric from Backstage Brawl, my nigga Randy Nasty,
I think I'm seeing Randy next weekend.
There you go. Shout out to Iz, man, to help me on the MrBlacc Neighborhood, man. Shout out to my son Rex from G'd Up Gentleman, man. Please check that out. It'll be in the description below, man. Check that out, man. Season 2 of 2.5 Bros coming soon. Sasson Talk, check that out. Description below. Shout out to your, celebrate 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Just celebrate 2 years, man. We working out here, man. Call us a machine, man.
Oh, wow. Yeah. But as we have hit number 200, those that are watching on the live and also on YouTube and comments below, tell us your favorite moments.
Facts.
Once again, the show is nothing without you guys that listen
Shout
and
out
view.
to my son Dre, We the Wrestling, the Sped crew, man.
And
We
you
out
already
here.
shouted them out.
Nah, like, I got several blocks though. You feel me?
Well, you need to get your flower section together, more organized. But no, those that are watching, once again, we wouldn't be where we are without you guys listening and watching. Shout out to the guys that actually realized we did not record last week. I think that is so dope when people like, where's the episode? Like, what's going on? And your concern is always appreciated. I just think it was a lot going on, but Rumble and everything, we decided to just let's wait a week and then come back strong for number 200. But yes, make sure to let us know your favorite moments, your favorite guests, and then also too.
Shouts to Leo.
Leo, the original, the OG.
Man. Yo, that nigga was nasty.
He's talking about he used to sleep with homeless women.
Homeless women in the park.
No, he gave a
chicken.
And then he would record. My favorite thing about Leo was him being comfortable, even though it was obnoxious. So like, my man took off his shoes, his socks, and he would be recording and jumping around with his little skinny self. And then if it rained and he didn't have no umbrella, he out here naked. Like, I don't know what episode number that is. This is an episode where he is like no shirt. And we're like, what is going on? I
forgot my shirt at home.
Like, how do you forget? Mind you live in, how do you forget a shirt, sir? I don't know how that works.
Yo, I wonder how his kids do it, man. The time that he brought it out in the cold, I'm looking like they had nothing to undershirt. Like, we all became dads and moms like, oh my gosh, come on, dress them better. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it was trial and error, but thank you, Leo. Facts. You are definitely always a part of the Jobbertears
Shout out to Ivy,
podcast.
man. The original replacement for Janelle, man.
Why does everyone that has like come and like not replace me? Let me not say everybody, but most people that come are like
substitute.
Always like, yo, that's the hardest thing. Like when Danny did it, when I had my gallbladder shit, she was like, I would never do a podcast ever again. I was like, why? And then, but no, thank you for anyone that's ever, come in, stepped on, whether it's my behalf or any of ours behalves that we were unable to attend. We do appreciate, once again, everybody is a part of the Jobbertears podcast. Like, it has surpassed us in so many ways.
Shout out to my son Dwayne on Show It To You in podcast.
Yes. There's just so much that's happened in the last
bunch of niggas.
Yeah, a whole bunch of niggas.
A couple of vanilla queens, baby.
Yeah, a couple,
A couple of vanilla queens helping out.
Make sure to tune into that last episode. I was dying when that clip got posted. I was like, out of all the clips,
vanilla queens running wild on these streets.
That was the one to post.
It's Black History Month.
Exactly.
I gotta remind my people that I'm still for them, B.
No, that's true. Any other thank you to everyone that came out in the snow to Legends.
Shout out to y'all.
Thank you guys for supporting the guys. 10 years of viewing party. Shout out to Sir Wilkins for that. I had to send you something. I was like, I can't.
Shout out to Taya, happy birthday to her.
Yes, happy belated. I saw her for like 2.5 seconds in St. Louis, but it was cool. It was worth it.
It was like a passing.
Well, no, I was actually in the host hotel. We were eating actually at the bar in the host hotel.
Who?
When I saw Tavia. We had went over because shout out to Mania Club. If you haven't already, make sure to search them on Facebook. Mania Club does a lot of funding for Connor's Cure, which is associated with WWE. And also to those that are interested in going to WrestleMania and you're looking for a ride, Mania Club is providing shelter to and from the stadium from a hotel in downtown Dallas. So once again, look them up on Facebook and get that information. But once again, shout out to Gary and Ashanti, co-founders of Mania Club. So we were all eating at the bar at the host hotel because Ashanti was there. And I had text Tay. I was like, I'm downstairs, girl. Come say hi real quick. Because when we were walking in, she was getting in the elevator with Kevin Owens.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh, shit. I was like, girl, come downstairs real quick. But I just saw her real quick. But Rumble, let's get into it. Or do you guys have any other? Do you say you had an announcement or something? Did you want to share with the class before we do jump into some wrestling stuff?
Y'all first before I tell the world.
Wow. That would be nice. But you want to?
We want to say now.
Yeah, I mean.
So
Am I gonna be shocked? I'm like, oh my God.
Probably not.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope everybody's doing well. So I will be part of Spotify's team for their new app called Spotify Green Room.
Okay.
I'll be helping them headline their wrestling show.
Okay, cool.
Congratulations.
Good
So
for
it would
you.
be so
Fast.
Spotify Green Room is another version of Spaces, like that's on Twitter and Clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So they will be doing something like of that version, but like a show type of feel.
Mm-hmm.
So they will twice a week, Monday and Wednesdays, 10 p.m. on Spotify Green Room. I'll be having guests, people in the audience talking about it on the app itself every Monday and Wednesday, and then it records, and then it will be put on Spotify like a mini podcast type of thing.
Okay, well, make sure to follow Spotify
Yes.
Green Room
Congratulations.
featuring our own Sir Wilkins of the Jobbertears podcast. So proud of you. Would have been nice to know before we got on air because I could have been like, oh, yay. But natural reaction. Natural reaction. Another thing to add to the 200th episode. But
Yeah.
no, super proud of you. I think that is dope. So, damn, I wish we actually did talk before because I did want to ask y'all something before. But I'll ask y'all after the show. But no, that's dope. And I think that is a great thing to add
for everybody.
to your resume and to what you've done for.
No, but it also
the
helps
industry.
the team because
Yeah.
you guys will be guests.
Okay.
You just need to download another app, but you don't like downloading other apps.
I have Spotify.
You need to download Spotify Green Room.
Oh, it's another separate app?
Yeah.
For you, I will, in my Monica voice. Okay? Because other than that, I would not.
Download it right now.
Oh, I guess cheap plug. Those that are watching on the live feed and also on YouTube, because I just looked at you and was like, oh, shit. Make sure to go on YouTube and look up Love It by Live Johnson and Michael Bostic. The music video. Because I just looked at you.
It will be
and I was
In the
like, oh,
description
shit.
below.
Let's get these views up. It is a dope pre-summer anthem. Plus my baby's singing on it, so it's dope regardless. But non-biased, but biased as fuck. But make sure to support. Shout out to EDC. Shout out to Welcome to the Raw Zone. Always family with amongst each other and all of us. But all right, let's talk about
I'll do this later.
the 35th annual Royal Rumble.
Dang.
It's one for the history books. So it's
Shit
good.
was mid.
Okay, so it's good that
It was mid-grade weed.
Okay, so it's good that you guys have the point of view from TV,
She said,
whereas I have the point of view from live and in
I
color.
was live, and
Live
I
and
saw,
in
and I
color.
felt the experience.
And the experience. Okay,
the place
so
shook
okay.
when Brocky came out.
which is wild because that did happen.
Wait. How was it when my son, the Black God, won the championship?
No, yo, the whole arena shook.
They try to make this nigga a heel. He's really not.
He's not.
He can't.
At all.
Because
Yeah.
he's supposed to be the champ. He's
not.
supposed to be a
No,
champ.
but people popped for Bobby. Like, even when it was wild because, and that's why I was like, this is going to be one I may have to rewatch just to see how it was, like, on TV.
It was a
Because
good
how
match.
it was translated and how it was live sounding-wise, I'm just interested to see. But top to bottom,
Were you able to see? Because some people were complaining.
so I can show you pictures and stuff. I was actually on TV side. I was like the next level up. Like, so hold on, I can pull up. Oh, good, my snap was open, so that works. Let me see. Oh, you guys can't see.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a good seat.
Oh, that was Bad Bunny. But no, I had dope seats. Like, for what it was worth.
Was Bad Bunny? Was Bad? He
That was
got
a pop. Yeah.
Mega pop.
Which is wild because when he did the Canadian Destroyer, I was like, nice.
It's the bunny bunny destroyer.
It's the Bunny Destroyer? Yeah. Oh, okay. But talked about I think the
Shit was weird.
opening, you know what, it had its high
Only the
points.
championship matches were good.
No. So
Okay.
the females Royal Rumble was better than the men's. Just
I
gonna
agree.
put that on the top.
I agree.
The storytelling throughout the pay-per-view, and it was something I was telling Mikey, the storytelling throughout the pay-per-view was worth it. And I think that sometimes is a lost art form that we all tend to forget at times. So, like, going back to the men's Royal Rumble, when Nakamura and AJ went 1 and 2, it reminded me of WrestleMania New Orleans.
Yeah,
It was that shot. Boom. And then when they had I thought it was dope. They had Sasha and Melina 1 and 2 too.
Okay.
But no, opening up with Seth and Roman was probably the best. We thought going into the building they were gonna open up with the Rumble.
Yeah.
And then he texts me and he's like, they're opening with, because you can't hear anything live. And the pre-show, they was like, oh, Seth and Roman is first. So he texted me and I was like, holy shit. They're opening up with the title?
They did it too much. Like, you saw the ending on SmackDown. You saw the ending a couple of weeks ago. The ending.
What do you mean, the DQ?
Yeah. They
But
did
it was
too
the
much.
way that they did it,
They
though.
still, okay, I appreciate the storytelling behind it. But it's not as, this is why everyone booed it, because, come on, you already did this before.
No. Everybody was booing Roman. It wasn't booing because of it being they were the heat. If Roman Reigns did not think he was a heel before last
But
Saturday,
nobody, like, in the bar, everybody was like, it kind of deflated once that DQ finished. Like,
No, so in the arena, everybody was like pissed.
right.
But
That's what it is. So it's like,
but you were pissed because Seth didn't win. It wasn't the ending per se. It was the fact that Seth,
to me,
that the heel won.
it was a
Like,
good storytelling, yes. But when you see that DQ ending over and over and over and over again, you miss the storytelling behind it because it cheapened it. Like, if you was gonna do that ending, you should never did all those DQ finishes, all those weeks leading into that, because it makes it meaningless.
They do too many DQ finishes.
Because they don't know what road, you know, like when you like in a horror movie and you got the road breaks into 2 roads.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas don't know what road to go down.
Like,
so
Creative is trash.
Like, they always have done DQ finishes, but they never wasted it on the mid card so much. It was always like they did more of the main events. You see DQ finish, but now it shows saturated that you don't appreciate that kind of what the old heads will call it, a dusty finish. You feel me?
I was sitting there like, where's the fuck is Adam Pearce to restart that match?
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck? But no,
Exactly.
the boo that you heard was because we were booing Roman. I can
Great
confirm
job,
that
Roman.
shit.
Finally got
Yeah,
some
like that heat he got was that
It was
I
good.
can't. Yeah,
You
I
think
can't.
he
talk
becomes
about that.
1,000 days as champ?
I think they may give it to him. You know what? We're going to hold on to that. 'Cause I don't know which way they're going to go. I don't know, because let's say hypothetically if Brock wins Elimination Chamber, which I don't really see, but let's say if they went that route and started to go that unification road, I really don't know what's going to happen. But back to the Rumble. So, yeah, Seth and Roman opening was dope across the board. It was the best
They're not
way to
gonna
open the
unify it,
show. I don't know.
They make too much
But-
money.
And then what was right after? What was after that? Then after that was the Women's Royal Rumble match.
Which was
I thought it was dope.
no, the
Like-
women's Royal Rumble was good because it was great pageantry.
Yes.
Like the outfits were good. They
Yeah.
had a lot of gimmicks coming in.
Right.
Like people did dope stuff. Like
the-
it was like what a Royal Rumble is. Like you don't know who's coming out
Yeah,
next.
Right, and that was the kind of like when everybody was like bitching and moaning about how you gonna release everybody that's in it, but you still have that anxiety there because you like, I don't know who's gonna be number 30. I don't know who's gonna be 20,
Yeah.
24. Like,
Yeah.
you still don't know.
Yeah, it's still a surprise.
Right, and I think
Yeah.
that's when you nitpick, it gets too much. It's like,
And
Yeah.
Melina
come
out
on.
here doing splits
Yeah.
She been doing
with her
that.
thick ass thighs on a PG show.
Listen,
Let's shout.
it's called a premium.
Premium paper. No, premium something. That they call it
Premium.
now on Peacock.
Premium stream. A premium live event.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what they call it on Peacock.
Yeah, it's premium
That's what
live
they
event.
got away from their pay-per-view
Yeah.
name and now doing premium.
Yeah.
Make it level up. No.
Well, because it's not pay per view anymore.
Correct.
It's not. Yeah. Only AEW and all these other federations does pay per views.
That's barely that because AEW does it through a bleacher, which is not necessarily like that's still like a streaming kind of thing. It's not really like pay-per-view like cable.
They don't fight TV.
But
They don't fight TV. They
Only
don't fight.
pay-per-view niggas is like
They don't fight TV. AEW.
They don't fight.
I don't know.
Like,
I know Impact is.
yeah, but I don't know if Dish
And
Network,
GCW.
like Dish Network,
Yeah, I don't know.
like people.
No, it's because AEW doesn't have enough content.
yeah, it don't.
Like who? I'm buying 3 years of content. That's 2 years of content. No.
Yeah.
Like when they get to like 10 years,
Then
they can, like-
then you can look back and be like,
That's
oh,
what,
okay, let
like-
me go watch.
then they can
The
do a
first-
streaming service or even do like be on like on a Peacock or something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
what Impact did. They just like when it was their whole TNA library, they have all those pay-per-views, everything.
Yeah. So the Women's Royal Rumble match. Let me tell
Impact
you
really
how.
lasted more than Impact really lasted all these years, B.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. They are the
Impact
true-
is like a roach.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
No,
Just keep coming back.
You know, if the world would have blown up, only roaches would survive.
You said if the world what?
If there was like a nuclear attack on the world,
I
right?
heard
Okay,
that,
like
we would
atomic
all,
bomb.
Yeah, atomic bomb would have dropped. We would all die except for roaches.
Why?
Roaches, as we know them today, are prehistoric roaches.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yo,
they're invincible.
did you know that iguanas fall out of trees once it's under 30 degrees in Florida?
I heard
What?
that.
That shit is wild.
It's disgusting.
When cause you know I was fearful of not being able to get back in time Saturday, Sunday. So I was looking at the Weather Channel app and it was like a video clip and I was like, I never knew that. That's an interesting
It's mad
random
random.
fact. But I'm here for it. Ivory coming out, we popped.
That was good. That was good.
She's still fine.
Yeah.
yeah.
So fine.
Who else? Oh, Kelly's face looks weird.
Yeah.
Some of them I was just like, who is that? Like,
Nah, it was Ivory, bro.
Ivory.
I really enjoy librarians.
Librarians, yeah.
talking, but my favorite thing was she was talking hot shit, coming down the ramp, in the ring.
Yes.
When Rhea eliminated her, she still was talking shit like that. That was well played.
It probably was the
I
easiest.
appreciated that.
How much they probably charge? Like 20 grand just to do that spot?
Never know.
Or probably 30 grand or 50 grand?
I have no idea.
Imagine just to do that spot.
Yeah. And then what? The last four was what? Ronda, Charlotte, Bianca, and Rhea. I think were the last four.
Rhea.
Because Charlotte eliminated Sasha. I was so tight. Sasha and Rhea at the same time.
Right.
And then Ronda Rousey eliminated.
But the thing
Charlotte
about it is,
Flair.
somebody's like, Mikey said the other day, it's just like, yo, my brother said it. She's money, and it's WWE fault because they're not building no new stars.
No,
And
it's not even that.
she's money.
It's the fact that
They go to care now.
yeah, because they have to.
Yeah.
Because they invested so
Yeah.
much into it. But the problem is that as soon as she goes,
Exactly. The product goes down,
it doesn't go down. It's just that
She's not
they don't
needed.
care as much.
and that's bad.
I don't know if I 100% agree
Yo,
with that though.
son,
So that year she was
come on.
Come on.
First of all, I
They
forgot.
got arrested.
I didn't
She
even
kicked she kicked the cop door. Come on.
The shit building up to WrestleMania, I give them.
Fire
Anything
sauce.
else before that?
So they had a whole pay-per-view,
No.
a women's pay-per-view.
Come on.
They had a women's pay-per-view. They never doing that shit again.
Yep. Come on.
And
Don't play
the thing
dumb.
about it, I'm not giving Ronda the credit
No.
because, son, she came out on Monday Night Raw. I was like, my nigga,
Boring.
this is what you
Sleep.
doing?
No, not even. Let's go back to 2 nights before that on Saturday when you out here no selling your own fucking moves. You're punching wild like this. Like you can physically see it's worse in person, but you doing this on fucking Nikki Bella. I was just like, are we really? This is for real? Y'all dead ass.
Son, Vince called and said, Ronda, it's the Royal Rumble season. I need you. And she's like,
That
yo,
shit is trash.
I just had a baby. I'm trying to chill. No.
$2 million.
She
even
goes,
matter.
nah, let me get 5. And he was like,
But no, I give you the
4.5.
the car thing, the build up to that Mania
Bro,
match was dope.
it was one of the best women's build-ups ever. And then what is it, 2 years later when they did Sasha and Bianca? No build-up. It was just that us black people just like mad excited because 2 black women made event in WrestleMania.
There was nothing wrong. Even
Come
if it
on.
was wrong to y'all, there was nothing wrong to
It was a trash build-up. But
Don't
that
care.
build-up, son,
Fire, son.
Son, it was like, yo, I was so invested until the actual match happened because Kofi
match
stole the
was-
show.
Yeah.
Another
Everybody
black
was
man.
like this, Dre, like,
Because
And
it was a shift. It was
Yeah.
a job shift plus overtime.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
so and that's the
We did
part
12
where
hours.
I always tell people, I always stress, and I think now since we've done our own show and things like that, and I just look at things a little differently. How you position and place matches is
Yes.
it is probably more important than who the fuck is in the match.
Facts.
So the fact that we went from the women's Royal Rumble match
Yep.
to the women's title match, when I tell you that whole arena, and I don't know how it looked on TV, we were exhausted.
No, the
They
people,
got-
you could
they-
hear a pin drop.
They got
There was no reaction.
and I felt, and even being the non-Beck, like I'm not a Becky Lynch fan, I even felt bad because you had us,
But
everybody
the fire happened,
exhausted.
though.
So you got us exhausted. You got us looking up in the sky like, do we need to evacuate or not? And then they cleared the area on the floor. And then that's why I was even surprised at the end that it was able to go off again. I was like, I don't know how the fuck they did that.
And it caught on fire. The
But
second
okay,
time.
cool. No. The second time was when we left, and it actually wasn't smoky the second time. But I felt bad that Becky and Dewdrop went right after that shit.
My boo,
'cause that
Dewdrop.
was
That was a good match.
no one paid
Yeah,
attention
because
to
Dewdrop
it.
knows how to wrestle.
Yeah.
She rock bottom her off the top rope.
She rocked. That was hot.
Yeah, that
and
was
y'all
hot.
know I'm not a Becky fan, but I was like, oh, when I saw it, I was like, oh shit, that was
Yeah.
hot. And then she won,
Let me
which
find
was
out skinny
fine.
Becky's actually wrestling now. Okay.
Well, it's because she got a little thicker. It's because she had a baby with Seth Rollins. But
No, she got skinnier, B.
She
No.
got skinnier.
I see her
Her
spine.
hips are a little wider though.
That's because she had a baby.
Yeah.
Right,
But
that's
the
what I'm
thing
saying.
about it, that she's still
Yeah.
skinnier.
And I see her like her like,
She
like
got
her spine.
cupcakes. Whoa.
White
I don't know
cakes.
about all that, but I mean, she got. I wouldn't say she got smaller. She really leaned
Yeah.
out.
But she leaned out.
She got white cakes, all right?
What?
Her cakes ain't like meaty though, son. And I'm like, ooh. It's like,
What I mean?
okay.
Yeah, but the thing about it, she
Come on.
no, it's because she worked out like crazy. I think.
Yeah.
She does
think-
the same
I-
thing her like Seth does.
But I think it was also like she didn't want to come back looking bad,
crazy.
so she probably went like, "Yo, I gotta lean the
But
fuck." So she leaned
You
out.
know what it is? I just think that she was just eating clean from when she was pregnant.
Well, the thing is, if you work out, if you were active,
Yeah, she probably
before
was-
your pregnancy
yeah.
and you're active during your
Yeah,
pregnancy,
she probably was like that. Yeah.
9 out of 10, your
Your snapback
your
is
snapback
wild.
is good.
And think about it.
And that
She
was
got-
hers because she was working out while
Right.
she was
And
pregnant.
think about it, like she got money. All right, so she got all the prenatal care. She actually don't have to work and none of that. She has a stress-free,
I don't
thing.
think she got stress free, but I think it's a different type of stress, not like
Right.
poor people stress.
Oh man,
No, that's like
Cashing the
stress
buzz.
like how your husband is still wrestling and you can go at any minute and he may miss the birth of your child type of stress. Like with Brandy and Cody, remember on Rose to the Top?
It's a great show.
Great
Oh,
show low-key
Cody
be
came
better.
out, right?
Cody,
Cody, right? It's a word. Da-da-da. Cody came out, right? The Royal Rumble, right?
Cody
I
should have
low-key
came
wish.
out. Cody should have came out.
I was like, I
that should have
wish.
been fire.
I wish he
Actually-
did now.
Actually,
Because they don't respect the Cole's name in AEW. I tell you
but
that much.
they will pay him a lot of money though.
The thing is, I think it's a more ego, but he should have made the call. Like, yo, put me in the
Yeah,
put
put
me
me
in.
in.
But
Throw me
okay,
in, Scotty.
Okay.
Don't mind me.
One thing that I realize is just like about wrestling fans is a lot of them don't see the bigger picture. You understand? They just see it as far as enemy territory. But they don't understand if Cody or Jericho or Mox did showed up in that Royal Rumble, that would be big for wrestling as a entirety. Because it's just meaning that, cool, we probably lead to something towards the future, something bigger. Because a lot of people don't know that the forbidden door had been open, and that was WWE. You know, Vince in Memphis, Jerry Lawler versus ECW, or my personal favorite, Taz, a signed WWE person, right, for Mike Awesome, who was signed to
ECW.
WCW, and it took place in the ECW arena. Come on, that's Forbidden Door at its finest right
No,
there.
it's great, but the thing about it, it's. I personally think you'd have tore the roof down.
Yeah, like if
Ooh,
we would have heard
Cody popped up.
adrenaline, we would
No, they're not going to play Adrenaline. They'll
They
play,
played Mickey James. No. They played Mickey James' theme
nah,
song
what's
in
going to be
Impact.
better? Through the smoking mirrors.
Nah.
Come on.
Nah.
That would have been fire.
No.
Son, Dash and
I'm
Cody Rhodes was his
telling
best
you.
gimmick, B.
I'm telling you, if you would have heard Cody's AEW theme
I forgot the
song,
Royal,
you
like the
would've
Royal Rumble is
fucking
filled with like
lost.
people like us. Yeah.
Lost it.
Yeah.
But so then you had Dewdrop and Becky. Becky retained, and then after that, God. Oh, that's where I
The
went to
great
the
couple
sweet.
versus the it couple. Yes, Ultimate Smoke Break, B.
The finisher was good.
Oh,
It
fire.
was cute.
Fire.
And then the daughters was front row.
Yeah, that
and
was
then they
fire.
took-
That was fire.
It was cute.
That was beautiful.
It's a cute moment.
Yeah.
Shout out to Beth Phoenix for her homage to Luna Vachon.
Yes.
That was dope.
Oh,
Absolutely
Beth
dope.
Phoenix don't get enough credit that she deserves.
She actually doesn't.
Because Beth Phoenix was in a diva era, holding it down. She had a very respectful reign, holding it down. She was the second coming. She was in China, you know.
I watched the Icon thing.
Fire.
You were telling me about
She
it.
was in China, B. She was here at Royal Rumble.
It's mad thick though.
Thick.
Dumb thick.
Thick, B. thick, B.
Her and Natty were tag team partners.
Oh
for
my
one time.
gosh, the thick couples.
Thick couple,
Man,
delicious.
but my favorite
I did
thick
like them as a
couples
tag
was,
team.
you know,
I was hyped when
Willow
they did-
and Faye Jackson. Oh my gosh,
Oh, thick and
man.
juicy.
Oh my God, that was too much for
1.0.
me. Almost passed out a couple of times.
Nigga said it's too much for me.
It was too much. I had a
So-
nosebleed a couple of times. That was too much thick comes in the ring.
Oh Lord.
Dang. Shout out to Willow fighting Brandy and losing.
I don't know how that happened.
Yo, Brandy, son. Son, you're not better than Willow, son.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, of course, then, man. Like, I love Willow. You have to understand. Willow's a very beautiful woman, and she's very good in the ring, son.
Willow's actually nasty in the ring, dude.
Fire.
She's legit
So,
good. Queen Abinata was on AEW.
I know
Yeah,
this
she
was.
was.
She was breaking it up.
This was.
That
they were
trash
breaking
ass
up-
segment.
They were. Out. You wait till we get
Can we
there.
get her?
You-
Willow?
Yes.
For Jobber Slam?
I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Dan Lambert.
However-
I don't know
however,
what they're
Karma,
doing.
We gonna get to that because
Yes.
that
This right now, we in WWE
Yeah.
section. So,
that
yeah,
I tried to see where they were going with it.
what the people say.
But the moment they tried to break up a non-existing fight, that's why I signed off. But okay. So you had Edge and Beth versus Miz and Maurice. Edge and Beth Phoenix won, which
Small
is dope.
break.
It's cute. Small little
Yeah,
like,
small
hey, everyone
break.
have their
You
moment.
could have got ahead during
What I
that.
do like, okay, very interesting.
Yeah.
What I can appreciate and thank WWE for is they really, in a sense, highlighting all the moms
Yeah.
in the company,
Yeah.
especially in the Royal Rumble and with Maurice and Beth fighting against each other. And you know, Maurice hasn't been in a ring in like 2 years or something like that, 2-3 years.
She's nice, though.
I popped for the Bella Twins because I thought that was dope. You had Alicia Fox. Did you pop for Alicia Fox?
No.
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 Her fans ruin it for me, dogs.
Her fans are evil.
Yeah, her fans are evil, B. Like, I can't like Alicia Fox no more.
Yo,
I hate her fans.
Nah,
Her fans did
these
it to
niggas
me.
is wild.
Boy.
Because
Boy, they
You-
threatened us
Yeah.
to kill us.
Come on.
They threatened Alicia Fox fans threatened to kill
And
us.
mind you, we say that
We said nice things about her.
we still here though. So,
but we
fuck
just
it.
think that she doesn't deserve to be a legend.
Wow. Well,
Like, no. She, I just feel like she just came on the wrong era. It's, okay, I'm compared to basketball, you know. Sharif, that used to play for the Nuggets, he was the original Steph Curry, but he didn't get the credit because he's Muslim. So, we might consider him
Sharif
like,
Abdul-Rahim?
yeah.
He was a power forward.
No, not Sharif Abdul-Rahim. What's that dude that plays for the Denver Nuggets?
nigga.
He was nice. He played for the Big Three now.
Nigga, Alicia Fox is Bonzi Wells.
You talking about you said for the big three.
Yes, he's nice.
Y'all
Like, he's
niggas,
nice.
Basketball is not my sport.
He's Alicia Fox is Bonzi Wells.
Well, what I will say
You know what?
is Alicia.
Because Bonzi was
You
part
know
of-
what? No. I'll give her this. Alicia Fox is Gilbert Arenas.
Oh, okay.
Mad
That-
problematic.
that I
Yeah,
can get.
yeah, okay.
That I can
Okay.
get.
But nice. But
Yes.
not nice enough because to get past the problematic stuff.
I think that Alicia Fox is nice enough for like, right, like you had to be there to understand her niceness.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
guess what? She's more of a legend than Summer Rae. I'm just gonna put that on the table. Yeah, I said what I said.
So Ray,
That's white privilege.
She's white privilege.
Doesn't
bro.
Yeah,
matter.
that's it.
I said
Alicia
what I
Fox
said.
had the illest Northern Light suplex ever.
Facts.
Clean,
Facts.
clean, top 5.
But
But her
suppose-
problematic ass just
but
can't.
suppose the only reason why she stayed because she knows everybody's skeletons in their closet.
I believe it. Total Divas. I believe it.
She
Absolutely.
knows everybody's
That
skeletons.
first, I really wonder.
Like she be walking in people's closets like I know
I
where
wonder
the bodies
if
are.
that first season of Total Divas is on Peacock because
I
that
gotta watch that first season.
first season, low key, yeah, that's problematic because
so much
or
that
the
I agree,
scene-
Bonzi Wells
the
more.
scene there's one I forgot which episode or what season it was, but the scene when JoJo and Randall were together, low key, and they were smashing, and ain't nobody
Randall
really know,
Keefe?
but they knew.
Randall,
Yeah,
Randy Orton was smashing JoJo.
Yeah.
So she just love wire niggas.
there I go.
She just love because you was fighting the compound with the thing before. I think shut up.
Dang, son.
he that was a stretch, but we got it.
Just love Wyatt niggas. He's not even a Wyatt nigga. What are you talking about?
He's part of wire, B.
For 2.5 seconds.
Yo, that was still a fire feud though, son.
Anyway,
I don't care what anyone says. Yo, you just gotta suspend your disbelief when it comes to Bray Wyatt, son. They fall in like in a crack house, B.
They definitely
Son,
fought in the crack
They
house.
fall in matter of fact, sorry, they white. They fall in a meth house, my nigga. A meth house, B.
Nah, it's not a meth house. That was a crack house.
But they white though.
Well, other people do crack.
You're
White
right,
people do
you're
crack.
right. Yeah.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah. Come on, B. They fall in the crack
How
house,
do you
my
know
nigga.
that?
I have white people. I know white people. You act like it's impossible.
Yo, Bray Wyatt compound was basically a crack compound. He fought the New Day there, son. Like, nobody discussed that he fought the New Day at the compound, son.
Son, it was.
And he had crack whores there, too, son.
He
that attacked the New Day. Like, nobody talks about this feud, son.
Son, he really had a crack house though.
He did, son.
Yo. Honestly speaking, no, it might be a meth. He might be a meth dealer. Cause when you think about it, he looks like a meth dealer.
I think that how that
He
when he
gives
became
me
no.
more meth
When he
vibes
became the
than-
fiend. The
You
fiend.
said
Like
what?
he didn't get burned by Randy.
You said
No, he sells
moonshine?
moonshine, and then he gives you the
That's
meth
where
underneath.
nah,
He gives you the
moonshine
meth
is
underneath.
definitely vibey more with
Yo,
Briscoe Brothers.
think about it, son.
Briscoe Brothers gives me more like
Yes, they do
moonshine
meth. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Whoa, I didn't say they do meth.
The Briscoe brothers look like they do meth.
Yes, they gimmick. They gimmick.
They're missing teeth.
Yeah. They gimmick.
Well,
they
because
gimmick,
he
they
punched
gimmick.
him in the he knocked the teeth
That's
out
their
of him.
gimmick, all right?
That's real life. That's not
Nah,
a gimmick.
because he was weak
They're
talking
bro-
coke.
no,
meth.
now you're Dean. I won't let you disrespect the Briscoe Brothers.
That's their gimmick.
But no, the one that has all
We
his
know
teeth.
that.
Yes.
We know the reason.
Yeah.
But
It's funny
if
that
you
you
got,
said that they
But the
was
thing
doing
about it, it
coke.
looks like he does meth.
Yes, and then it fits their gimmick.
I still like the Briscoes.
Hell yeah.
I do too. Shout out to the Briscoe Brothers
But you have to
being
understand,
inducted into
Bray
the Ring
Wyatt-
of Honor Hall of
Yo,
Fame.
Bray
Side
Wyatt
note.
did coke. Like he did. Like he
Y'all
he
niggas
made
not
coke
gonna
in his
respect.
compound. He got burned.
He made more meth. Because the thing about it, the reason why it blew up was because it was meth.
Yo, come on, B. The Fiend character, that was the character he created when he was on meth, son.
No, because he got burned by the meth house.
Yes, because Randy said that you did too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got into an argument. It's
Son.
kind of like Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh,
Oh my
shit.
God!
Bray Wyatt's Breaking Bad.
Yo, Bray Wyatt is the main character for Breaking
Yes,
Bad.
it makes sense.
And then huh?
Yeah.
Yes, he
that
is.
makes sense,
Because he's
son.
an evil genius.
Yes, he got a crack. Oh, yo, son, he got a whore, son. Like he manipulated
He
her
has
with
a
drugs.
what?
Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss.
Yo, she's in rehab right now, son.
She definitely
in
is.
rehab.
Yo,
These
yo,
I cannot.
She's in rehab, son.
yo, he
cannot.
really is. He's strong. Oh my God.
Son, she's strung out,
Oh
son.
my God.
And the doll is like, yo, is actually like meth, son.
Yo, the light
Makes
bulb
sense,
that
son.
just
It
went
makes
on
sense.
over
Yo,
here is
yo.
wild.
It's a meth dealer, son. It
Yo,
makes sense.
yo, he really is a meth dealer because it all makes sense. What when he fought Braun, didn't Braun pull up in a van?
Yes. The meth band, B. Memories. They just do meth behind it, B.
So, okay, how do you explain him throwing Braun into like the little lake shit?
They all have lakes.
Yes.
They all have lakes because it's done in the middle of America.
Exactly.
So they got big ass places that they
Exactly.
do. So they cook. So you don't cook the meth at your crib.
Yes.
You
No.
find an empty spot,
Yes.
like a little whatever.
And they was fighting him
It
like,
sounds like
yo,
real accessory.
you have to understand, he came to save him from his addiction.
That sounds like
And
that
that's
sounds
that
like
he thought that
sounds
him
like
drowning him would
accessory.
save him because now he was baptizing him because he found God. But it didn't work out because that's when a true addiction came. And what he bring? Alexa Bliss.
I would have loved. to-
Alexa Bliss was a lost soul, B.
I would
How-
have loved.
no. Braun was trying to save the Wyatts.
Oh, yeah.
Braun was trying to save
because he got clean.
I
he
would,
was clean.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. You see what happened? He was part of the family.
Yeah.
Then he was strung out like everybody else.
He was, yeah, he
So
was.
then he got clean, went to rehab, cleaned himself up. It was like, nah, we gotta stop this.
Yeah.
He also got Daniel Bryan on this shit too.
Oh, he did for a little bit, son.
And what happened? He got clean.
Yeah.
And he
And
became a vegan.
Yeah, son,
Son.
he did. Randy Orton, son, who was on that meth for a little bit too.
No,
though.
Randy was the cops.
He dropped the dime on him, son. He infiltrated him, son, on the Black Messiah, but he's white, so it's the Black Messiah. Yeah.
So Randy was the ops.
yeah.
And he was investigating. Cause
Yeah.
Randy looks like a cop.
He does.
Randy
With
looks
the
like a
vest,
Staten
son,
Island cop.
come on, B. Yeah.
Randy looks like he's from Staten Island, and he's the cops. I love Randy Orton, but I think it looks like the ops.
Yeah.
So I would have loved to have been a kid, chilling with y'all, because your imagination is
was
on
wild.
a whole nother
was
fucking
wild.
level.
He's a
No
meth
one
dealer.
else would have even puzzled
He
the
at
fucking
first,
picture that y'all
You have to
niggas
say, at
just
first
did.
he did sell coke. But then he was kind of weird because
I'm not
Matt Hardy
saying-
introduced him to the meth, though. Think about it. He got extra weird around Matt Hardy, son.
Son, yeah. So that makes perfect sense. Cause meth takes it to another level of imaginary.
Come on, V. Come on, V. It
So
makes
then
sense.
he got burned because the place blew up.
Thank you, by Randy, son.
But no, he got burned.
Yeah.
He got burned in jail because he stopped. When you cooking up meth, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, he wasn't
so the shit
careful.
blew up.
Yeah,
They turned into the new fiend.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
It makes sense.
So at the Royal Rumble, back to track. Bobby versus Brock, first time in the making. Thoughts? We have our new two-time WWE champion of Roberto Lashley. And then we're ending off with the men's Royal
Panamanian
Rumble. Where everything. I mean, it was okay.
It was cool.
It wasn't. I'm sorry, but I
got Shane fired, though.
popped for Shane. You know what? We're good. We'll get to that right after this. I definitely popped for Shane McMahon. Like, I did not see that coming at all.
It was cool.
And then Brock being number 30. The loophole of loopholes, ladies and gentlemen. Brock being number 30, and then
Corey Graves was 30 originally.
fucking. Oh, really?
No, I'm just saying that.
Oh, okay.
The storyline, like, kind
That'd
of
have
changed
been a
storyline.
terrible ass 30.
It would make
Brock
everyone
was
tight.
barely, but
Did like everyone pop when he came out?
yeah.
Okay.
Because everybody knew, like, because when it happened, I was like, oh, they done made Brock upset. Like, this nigga is tight.
He was tight, yeah.
To the point where he forced himself to be number 30 now, to now go through the loophole. But once again, you know what? Shout outs to Paul Heyman. Shout outs to Roman, even though y'all know I don't fuck with him like that. Shout outs to Brock Lesnar, because the shit that's going on right now on Friday Night SmackDown, that shit made Friday night must-see. Like, it was just like, and then Brock coming out on Raw with actual gear threw me the fuck off.
Son,
I was like, excuse
why
me.
don't my son Bobby Lashley stand up for himself?
First
B?
of all, Bobby, the swag on Monday,
but still,
A1.
Bobby don't got bars.
I was like,
Son, he got
whoa.
bars.
This nigga looked like an R. Kelly music video from
I
1999.
loved it, though.
No, it doesn't matter.
Because he
it
looks,
fits him.
yeah,
Like, he
it's
grew up
him.
with that era.
That's him.
Yeah.
Like, if he came out
He
looking
just
like
look
fucking
young.
Ron Isley, then fuck it. That's what the fuck it is.
But son, my son Bobby don't have no bars against him, son.
No,
Nah.
we all know Bobby don't have
Yeah,
bars.
we already know.
So
that.
MVP don't got bars. Son.
Yeah, but it just wasn't. I mean, really, it was unnecessary because all Brock was saying was like, "I'm gonna be in Elimination Chamber." So, ha 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 ha. So it was not like no real like, oh my god.
This is like the best Brock we're getting, because people who didn't grow up,
Listen.
son,
Don't
ruthless
take,
aggression
don't
era
take,
Brock.
Don't take Brocky for
was
granted now. 'Cause
different, B.
he out here talking with
Son.
or without Heyman.
Son, ruthless aggression Brock, son, was a different beast, man. He was a human, B. Like, the tattoo humbled him, B. He got the tattoo like
On
concealed his
chest.
spirits.
The sword.
Yeah, the sword humbled him. That's
Gotcha.
why.
Okay.
But like, yo, this Brock right here is good. But like, ruthless aggression Brock, man, that was a different animal, B. This one, still good though, but I feel like he's a tame beast.
Nah, this one is a better version because it's a more mature. It's
No.
It's a more strategic.
Don't
it's
get me
a
wrong.
More,
Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about how like just like his array of moves back in the day was like unheard of.
oh, because he was
Yeah.
under fucking 250 pounds.
But now it's like this new Brock. He's
that
still good
nigga
though.
is not doing a hurricane.
Yeah, but like I like the new Brock. The new Brock is just for like Brock right now fits the era right now.
correct.
Brock back in the day
it's
fits
very
ruthless aggression.
It's very Pokemon.
Yeah, yes.
very
Like he had
Pokemon.
evolved into this to survive his era, because if he did the moves that he was doing back in the day, he would not be able to
He
survive
really
this
shouldn't
that
have been
long.
doing the moves he was doing back then either. But
Shooting star press.
that almost killed him. Yeah, exactly. But okay, real quick. Okay, well, now that we're ending off talking about the Royal Rumble, let's talk about Shane McMahon and all of his glory. So, as I mentioned, Shane McMahon was I think he was number 28, 29
Mm-hmm.
in this year's Royal Rumble. Thought it was dope. And then come Monday, fresh off the presses, the headline of whatever the fuck was circling around was what got me. WWE secretly, quietly released. Like, what? It's not quiet if y'all niggas is talking about it.
They probably released them.
What the fuck are y'all
Yeah,
talking
that is
about?
true though.
If it's quiet, like, what? So that already red flagged me. I was just like, Shane is like this. First of all, is not Shane's first time if he's stepping away from the company. So,
But the paperwork didn't say that he helped produced it. Because somebody released the...
yeah, there was an article that was saying that Tyson Kidd was missing and somebody else was missing, and that Abyss, Davari, Jamie Noble, that's my
Jamie
guy.
Noble, boy.
Were
Underrated.
supposed to be the producers of the men's Royal Rumble match, and then whatever article that was saying that Shane ended up producing it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, if that was the case, Shane should not be in that position. Okay? Because that was weird.
Because I don't understand, because this is what I don't like about the dirt shit, because they say different things.
It's different things at different times. That's why I had posted. I was just like,
because it says it right here. It says Abyss, Jamie Noble, Sean Devari, and Adam Pearce produced the men's women's Royal Rumble match.
But the thing about it could just be on some, like, even though they got credit for it, Shane and Shane. You understand? He could try, like, no, we're gonna do this, that, the third. They gotta respect it.
I get it, and you're right, but I just
the whole thing is just sus.
The wording that they use is bad.
No, the whole thing is sus. Like, for Shane to be in the Rumble one day and then the next WWE quietly released, like, the whole shit just sounds sus. Like, it does not sound like they were saying Shane was being extra. Like, all the stuff that they were reporting just sounds really weird.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't a good Rumble.
It wasn't.
No, the men's, no.
But it does make sense. It's translated on the screen. Why he's outstriking Matt Riddle? Why is he doing the stuff he's doing? Made no sense. Story-wise, it made no sense. It's not like Shane could strike. He's a clean striker. He's trash. Matt Riddle will outstrike you any day. That's what it made it seem.
But that's why you, as Riddle, you gotta sell it. You gotta sell it.
Again, it's like,
and it's the Rumble. It doesn't have, like, certain things like that doesn't have to be like a storytelling. Like,
but
honestly speaking, they were talking about. I had read something about they were gonna put Shane versus Austin Theory, and if they would have went that route, that would have been dope.
Fire. That would have been fire.
If that was the route we were going,
yeah, that would have been right.
That's
going.
okay.
That would have been way fire because it would have been a great story.
And it makes sense.
And it would have done what Mick Foley did for Triple H. Because I know Shane would have had him some weird hardcore match, something like that, to test out his. That was a passion of the torch. You went through a hardcore person to show your grit, and then you came in the main event. That was Mick Foley's job. Think about it. Edge really got that grit when he fought Mick Foley in WrestleMania.
But the thing about Mick Foley was the king of putting people over.
Yeah.
It's a different breed, man. They don't make him like that anymore.
They got Dolphy though. No. Sorry. They don't push the athletes how they did before. Because even though that Mankind didn't get the championship and his championship was kind of short, he still did other stuff to make him relevant. That's why I be telling people
getting tag titles,
right, and like that's why I tell people like nobody's feel like a big deal no more. Like,
well, that's because it's a vicious cycle because fans aren't invested in that particular person. So let's say whatever person, let's say they may be pushing, we may not be receptive to it. So then it becomes this cycle of like, well, we want to push this person, and then you're getting no reaction, and now you got to drop the person. Now you got to start from scratch again, and reinvest in someone, and then try. It's always a trial and error thing.
But another thing too that Mikey said, shout out to him, man. He said, certain people just don't make money. Do you make money for me? Yes or no? Simple as that.
See, but then when you present that question, and as a fan, you don't see it that way. And that's the thing. Like, for us, as individuals, we have the lens of being a fan and the lens of it being a business. Whereas a regular Joe from Baton Rouge, Louisiana that loves wrestling, they're not looking at it as, oh, does this person make X amount of dollars? They're looking at it as, is this the person I relate to? Is this the person I'm going to cheer for? Is this the person that I personally like?
Right.
So that's why it's always it's a catch-22 in that sense because, yes, people get upset when they think when Bad Bunny was in the Royal Rumble. Do you understand how many Hispanic people was excited about that shit?
So now you understand why Ronda won the Royal Rumble.
No.
Her grandfather's black.
It has nothing to do with black and white for me. I'm not the gimmick, the moves. It doesn't hit me.
Yes, she's trash.
Right.
But
that's
she's money.
why
she's good. She's solid in the ring.
So
yeah.
But
her mic skills are trash.
That's debatable. The mic skills are trash. But the reason why I was upset, I wasn't as the fan there as the first Rumble.
Yeah, who should have won?
Who should have won? I think Sasha should have won and won it. To be honest, I would have been okay with Charlotte winning too. Sasha because low key she should have won the first one.
Yeah.
And Asuka won that one. She should have low key, and Sasha was at number 1, the very first one. So full circle. You had her come back from the injury on SmackDown because we watched SmackDown in St. Louis. You had her come back, because there was that whole of her not being in it, and then she came back on SmackDown, said, I'm in it. I'll see you guys, Royal Rumble, blah, blah, blah. Her entering number 1, to me, she should have won. Because then she would have been able to choose. Even though you may get another like horsewoman situation, she would have been able to choose which one, and you still wouldn't have known. She probably would have chose that night. Who knows? Type
It
of
shouldn't
shit.
like if it wasn't
This
Sasha,
is what I should have happened, in my opinion. Alright, cool, right?
Bianca Belair for me.
Nah. I actually would rather her win Money in the Bank now than anything. And I said the same thing about Riddle. Because Riddle supposedly was supposed to win the men's rumble.
I've been stupid.
And but for his gimmick and character wise, he needs to win Money in the Bank because it needs to be like a obnoxious thing for him to have. So imagine him carrying around a briefcase, skating and all doing that dumb shit that he does, and he cashes in at the right moment. That would fit him. So that's why him not winning the Rumble didn't end up like I was like,
I didn't
okay,
care,
cool,
but
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, but who would you have wanted to win the Women's Royal Rumble?
Honestly speaking, it will either be Bianca because I think that dual thing, but I think Bianca's safe. Loki, I think Bianca's fine.
We know
Listen,
that. Yeah, we know
those that whoever's, and this is something just for future. If you ever wonder who's like either next up or that they have the most trust in, it's always the Final Four in the Rumble. Always, hands down.
But I would have done something where I set up the 4 horsewomen versus Ronda, Shayna Baszler, Rhea, and one other person.
I love that Shayna was 30. Well, the other 2 girls don't. Sonya Deville?
Yeah.
Like those 4,
Yeah.
set them up for Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
So here's my thing with Elimination Chamber. Because it's Saudi, I don't know if they're going to put the women in
Oh,
the
they're not
chamber.
going to put the women in.
So that's why I was like,
But I would
don't
have
know.
done something where I would have had them all do all 4, or even like they gotta be creative at this point. Do an all woman SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because they did
Yeah.
something similar the last time. I think one of the first few times they went, the first time they went to Saudi, I think that next SmackDown, it was like, let's say it was like 6 matches, 4 of them was women.
Yeah, do an all women SmackDown
Period.
and then have a Survivor Series type of match as your main event.
But let them go.
Let them go.
I'm talking about go.
Let them go, and then you set up like little things for WrestleMania.
But knowing them, they probably put Aaliyah in there.
But she's not bad. You know, I don't. She not. Listen,
No. It's not her. It's not her.
She's definitely on her mid shit because you got to remember she's literally been in NXT for the past 3 years.
It's not her. It's not her. But I just feel like she's yet to tap in what she really could do.
Cause she just started
Where is she from?
Toronto.
No, where is she from before? Where did she wrestle before?
No, she started in NXT. She was training
Oh, that's
all
why.
that time.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why.
Okay. Like she's not trash. I just feel like
It's you have to understand it's the a lot of it has to do with like timing.
yeah.
So when you're training, unless you're like one of those pure athletes, it's hard to pick up the timing on things.
Yeah.
Because and then also everybody has different timing.
Right.
So your instincts have to be able to work with so many different people.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, because
It's hard,
like,
especially if you're not a pure like I've been playing sports my whole entire life. That's why like when people be talking about botches or something, some niggas it's just the timings is off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't worry about botches no more.
And you can't adjust. But the thing about it, if that's why I asked, was she wrestling before?
Okay.
Because if she's not, then it's like you're literally starting from here. It takes people
She started, like
5-6 years to like actually get decent.
She literally.
And I've said this about,
started in NXT.
and I always bring up my thoughts about Bianca. Bianca just now got good.
Yeah, and people don't understand that. And one thing that I hated that the audience said it got tight was just like, why is Bianca is on a main event? I'm looking like that's perfect for her to be main event because that's how she get training ground. And look what happened.
Previously, I was like, what?
Yeah. Oh, she's on main event all the time. They burying her. I'm like, chill. Main event is still something like it's shown in the middle of America. A lot of people don't know this. Main event superstars, where middle America shows that used to come on like Saturday mornings, Saturday afternoons, or something like that. How like WCW used to come on back in the day, and there's still exposure
Love WCW
to like
Saturday
middle
night.
America and other places that get that time slot, especially overseas. So she's still getting exposure somehow. I haven't watched main event in a minute though.
Okay. So you would have said Bianca, and then you said Bianca too.
Bianca,
But yeah,
yeah.
but I just feel like she's in a good.
She's
comfortable-
fine.
She's in
She's
a good
fine.
space. But yeah, for me, I would have rather. If I had to choose,
Shout out to my son Nasty Leroy. You know,
Oh, shout out to
Nasty
Nasty Leroy came to New York, ain't say nothing, but it's okay.
He did. He did.
for
he did.
GCW
He
show?
did say something, but it was just like,
Nasty Leroy-ish.
yeah. It was just like we was all in different directions. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
I mean, we'll
Nasty
catch each other
Leroy, man.
soon.
Like he, I saw it, but I was just tired from work because I did overtime that. I was like, dang, I would have hit him up or whatever.
Yeah, but it's okay. Next time.
Next time.
So let's get into.
You be up here for Jobbertears, Nasty Leroy.
Yeah.
We jumping them for love.
Okay.
That's what's up. But okay, what else?
Look, like
in
I'm low key.
wrestling this
Be
week?
honest with you, I'm low key excited to meet him one day. Nasty Leroy.
He's
Like
a nasty man.
that's my nigga right there. Like he
I
was
know.
one of our original fans, man.
Yeah, Leroy
Like-
has always supported the pod. Thank you so much.
Like you
Always
know what, Leroy?
supported the
Inbox me
podcast.
your shirt, size, and dress. I gotta send you a couple of things because he's a fan. Like he support us, shout us out every time. Like I used to watch the him and Joe
Janela.
Janela
Janela.
every week. That was everyday entertainment, man. And him, his journey in wrestling, him being a Nightmare Family, him being on AEW, man. His journey is amazing.
He was like on one of the first few ones.
You know what match I want to see?
Jacksonville.
Nasty Leroy versus Superhuman.
Who is that?
Fuck this shit! And then he jumps on top of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You heard of him, Superhuman? Yeah.
What?
That guy that went viral, he's like, fuck this shit. And he takes off his shirt and he like goes into like a bed of pins.
Yo, that's like that guy we watched last night on. Okay, so low key, the Go Big the Go Big show on TNT? That's like low key one of my favorite shows on TV right now. So I try to catch it, and thank God it comes on right after Dynamite.
Whoa.
There was a guy last night. See, I can't get with the deathmatch shit.
Yeah. I shouldn't be watching this. It's like white trash. This is white trash at its finest.
Anyway, but on the Go Big show,
You know what white trash is?
they had no.
White trash is like doing nigga shit.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the equivalent of doing nigga shit.
it is. Like he does a lot of nigga shit. But I
But
find
it's the white
entertaining.
version
Yeah,
of
it
it.
You can't
is.
say nigga shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like for us, nigga stuff we do is just like, what? Okay.
What's
what
the most nigga is thing you've done?
I was in a music video, slapping mad cheeks, had a blood in my hand and Henny in another hand. Yeah,
That's some nigga shit.
that was the most nigga stuff. I'm
Most
talking.
nigga shit you done. That's wild. Whose music video?
I don't talk to him no more.
Was
we don't
Leo
speak of
there?
this. No. We don't speak of this man's name.
He was just living across the street from us.
Oh, I was like, I don't even know the fuck it is. Most niggish thing. you
House
done.
party vibes.
Oh yeah, house parties days. Yo,
House party vibes are really nigga shit.
son. House parties.
Cause
and
the thing is,
house parties in the suburbs are different. B.
when you start talking to like,
Maybe that's different. Maybe it's a Queens thing. Because like for us, it was like community centers.
that's some real Bronx and Harlem.
All
shit.
of shit. Yeah. Right. That's what I'm saying. So
But we
that's,
also have houses.
but you guys have houses.
Why you gotta say it like that? We got houses.
We have houses with basements.
So like
Son,
every,
I remember-
so every like everybody's part like between like 13 to like 17, like whatever like our equivalent to house party uptown was like community center.
So when I was like 17, it was the summer before college. So my birthday's late, so I couldn't go to
Yeah.
18 and up parties. So me and my boy John would ride our bikes in the neighborhood and look for like house parties to go to. Cause like
Yeah.
most of the time it's like
It's definitely a Queens thing. I
we're
can tell you that.
from the Caribbean like areas.
Yeah.
So you just come in. Some places they charge.
Yeah.
John may know somebody. I may know somebody. So we just come in. We got our dubs. We got a couple of.
Yeah.
We got a plate.
Yeah.
Play
Am I
this
right,
on mine.
Mike? Am I right? Yeah, that's how it is.
You got a
You
dub,
gotta
you gotta-
know someone in there.
And if you don't,
You just gotta
Not-
act like you know somebody.
you just walk in.
Yeah, you walk in.
Especially if it's a backyard,
Dangerous
like a
stuff.
bashment.
Yeah,
Like the most nigga shit was I did when I.
they don't.
The
Because
most.
this shit is against fire. It's a fire hazard.
Son, you be in you be in somebody's basement sweating.
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 The
And-
windows.
and you
the
catching a
windows
dub.
is all
Hell
foggy
yeah.
and
You
shit.
smell that perm? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yo,
Her hair
I used
sweating
to-
out. And you go,
I hate that shit.
hey girl, you
I
smell
used
like
to
cocoa
hate
butter and
that
pink
shit.
lotion, B.
Dang. And like when that
Oh,
song
pink
come on, bend
lotion,
over,
though.
you go boom, 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 boom.
Dagger, 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 dagger.
Why
You have
is
to
this my
understand,
life?
son.
They put one leg up, dagger,
Yeah.
dagger, 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 dagger.
Yep.
Yo, niggas
if you
was
nice though,
wild.
if you nice though, like you turn your hat over like this,
And
man.
then you do a spin.
Yeah.
Dagger, 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 dagger.
First of all, that.
Then your
is
man's have to like
obnoxious.
you like.
Oh yeah,
Yo,
your
I
man's
used to hate
hold you
that
back.
shit. Your man's
Yeah,
holding you
hold
up.
you back.
Nigga, what?
But then the white people, they do the same thing, but they don't dance.
Yeah.
They go to regular house parties and just drink beer, and then do drugs.
LG drugs.
Yeah.
Oh, beer pong.
Yeah, they do beer pongs. So it's the same thing. It's just that we have rhythm and soul.
It's just a different level. What's the most niggas thing you done?
I told you my nigga is one of the niggas. Yeah. I told you that this morning.
This morning?
Yeah, the stripper.
Oh, that was a bit much.
Listen,
That was a bit much. I ain't gonna out you, but that was a bit much.
it's a lot of we did. a
That
lot
was
of
the
niggas,
most.
though.
That was it.
Well, that's not the hot, but that's one that comes to mind.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
a nigga, so I do nigga shit.
No, but
I love nigga shit. I don't know why,
okay,
but nigga shit is white trash shit.
okay.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
same
I
exact
just
thing.
still feel.
Yeah.
I still feel like nigga shit is a different level though.
Yeah.
No, it's a different vibe.
It's different, yeah.
Because it's soul.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Yeah, it don't.
Sometimes it does.
Sometimes
it does.
house party shit when the cops come and shut that shit down.
That's because y'all going.
Oh, the house party. We rolled up. I got dubs. My man was drinking, and then the cops showed up, so we had to jump out the window.
What?
Like literally, we opened up the window and then jumped out. But then in the white neighborhoods, they do the same thing. Underage drinking,
Exactly
the cops
the
come
same
up,
thing.
and you gotta jump
Everybody
out.
just exit stage
It's the
left.
same thing.
It's the same thing. There's different flavor.
All right.
Same thing.
All right.
B.
Cool. All right.
Yo,
So
go-
what
yo.
else in this week in wrestling? So Raw.
Brian Kendrick.
We'll get there. Which I don't. Oh, that one I didn't get either.
What do you mean you don't get? He said,
No. I don't get why of all times because this nigga's been wrestling forever.
"Oh,
Why now was the time?
But you
pulled that receipt.
No, because you have to understand.
That's what I didn't
You
like.
have to,
I don't like
you have
stuff
to
like that.
understand. And this is just my opinion. What he said was absolutely wrong and disgusting.
But the thing about it is, he said it years ago.
Yes,
10
but
years ago.
And
But even in that, when does that stop? Because that's what he believes. So you can be as mad as you want about what he said. But if you said some wild shit and he didn't believe in that, and he told on you about the shit that you said, it's the same thing.
yes,
It's the same shit.
because
He
he.
can be disgusting as much as he wants, but that's what he believes. When do we cross?
When
that
is
line?
one is good.
But
and
the thing
other one isn't.
is the fact that there's many things about it. One, it was disrespectful. Whatever.
Okay.
That's one. Number two, MJF, your top guy, is Jewish.
okay, Janelle has a point. Why is he not pulling up now?
Oh, because people like to cancel people. And they
my-
do
That's the
research.
shit.
That's what it comes down to.
That's when it's not okay.
But the
It's
thing
not
is,
okay.
my issue
And
is
it's not to say
my
like, what
issue
he
is-
said was okay. It's just the fact that 1 minute y'all niggas complain about how people get fired and people get this. And granted, he asked for his release from WWE, mind you. So that's neither here or there.
Right.
But at the end of the day, what was the purpose of now? He wasn't even. I can see if he was facing
because he
MJF.
was because he was wrestling.
He wasn't even wrestling MJF.
Because he was wrestling on national TV.
But he
against-
wrestled on fucking NXT.
And yes, and
But it
he won
wasn't
the Cruiserweight Championship.
No, this was a bigger platform.
Okay, I don't have a problem. It's just like at some point,
That's still
when we let
trash.
people grow up, because
No, the thing is that's
Let
a
me-
belief.
no. Let me finish. Did anyone ask him say that he still believes in that?
No, he came out and said that's not my thoughts. I blah 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 blah. But the problem is with that, you haven't shown that until now. Until niggas come at you and say you did this, then you do all of this shit. Have you shown the world in general that you're not like that?
But
we don't know that. No one
but
knew
my
that.
thing is this way. There's certain stuff that I have done that if let's say it comes out let's say it comes out tomorrow, that I did 10 years ago, right? If I'm not like that, I'm so far away from that behavior, or I said something, I never demonstrate opinion about that. You don't know how I feel right now what you asking me.
But the thing about it, this is just me. Stuff like that, 9 out of 10, you still like that. 9 out of 10. Because when it comes to that, because the shit he was saying,
Beliefs and conspiracy stuff. That's a
that
definite,
was some
like,
deep rooted, like
some shit.
hatred towards Jewish people.
So you understand what I'm saying?
I
though?
understand what you're saying,
Okay.
but a lot of time people don't change from that.
Moshe, man.
Because I don't know his life.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know his life.
But
I don't know
that-
what he's done. But the thing about it, a lot of times, it just niggas don't change like that.
But regardless,
Especially
of the,
older people.
But granted, because once you old, you set in your ways,
Right,
and that's
right.
understandable. But for me, my issue was of all fucking times that was
'Cause
the-
you're on
you
national
decided
TV.
to do that.
Because you're on national TV.
The nigga was just on fucking USA a few weeks ago.
And like within the cruiserweight stuff, he was on WWE national.
You're on
TV.
one of the you're fighting one of the top guys, and the thing is for me, this is what I'm looking at it, and I understand what you guys are saying. You're fighting one of the company's top guys,
Which
That's
is a choice
no.
that y'all made instead of putting that nigga on dark and shit. And that's the shit we was talking about
And-
before.
no, and I understand-
where you throw matches together and niggas is supposed to be excited
and he was
for
wrong
it.
for that one. You're fighting one of the top guys. Your top guy one of your top guys in your company is Jewish. There's many problems with this. Tony. Hold on, wait.
Tony will comment on some Jewish shit, but then disrespects a black woman. Y'all got to make that make sense for me.
Well, it's Jewish. Never mind. You know what? We're gonna move on because you know what? I just got a deal. We're gonna move on because this is gonna go down a deep rabbit hole. Because at the end of the day, they're both fucked up.
That's it. But
They're both fucked up.
Okay,
That's fair.
I'm basically gonna round up everything. My brother's basically saying this though. He doesn't believe that he changed because a lot of people who say certain stuff
No, I
like
get that part.
is deep rooted.
Because that
Once you're a conspiracy theorist, you're always a conspiracy.
because
Correct.
what he said was basically like, yo, they killed Jews. The world made a big deal about it, but when these people died, no big deal was not it. So what you're saying is that you're comparing deaths. You're comparing shit. And the thing about it, when you go this direction, you went this direction. You took yourself that direction.
You gotta see from
You
both
drove
angles.
down
Yeah,
that road.
He did.
You drove down that road.
But then again, also this way, then. Everybody has a chance at redemption.
Everybody has
What
a
I'm
chance
gonna
to
say about
redemption.
this way, this I hear countless stories. Deep-rooted KKK members hated black people. They was deep-rooted in that hate until somebody gave them new information and brought them to the light. And now they gave up the cloth of the KKK members. So all I'm saying is this way.
Can he change? But sometimes you gotta get slapped in the face, and this probably wasn't slap in the face.
I mean, and it's you
Like
know
Nick
what?
Cannon.
Not the Nick Cannon with a whole nother baby on the way, but the not irony, but it's interesting how that happened and Whoopi got 2 weeks suspended for the same almost the same.
Listen.
It's the wildest thing.
Listen. But the thing about it,
But if
you
niggas
can't
talk
talk about
certain
people.
things,
You can't talk about people's
beliefs and
But
stuff
no,
like that.
no,
It's hard.
people's
It's
like
hard.
trauma.
You can never compare.
You
can't
can't
put
compare-
one. You can't put one person's trauma above another
Above,
person.
and that's
which
and
is,
that's where
trauma is trauma.
Because let's take out the religion. Let's take out the race. When you say somebody's trauma ain't shit,
Right.
nigga, what? I felt that. My
Right.
people felt that.
Right.
Don't downplay my shit. I don't care if you meant something else. The way it's coming off, you downplaying what I've gone through.
Correct. So it's just so interesting that the company that downplayed a black woman's experience did the exact same thing, though.
Because the thing about it, Tony Khan is Tony Khan. And the thing about it, and I don't know, I don't know,
leave it as that.
I don't know Tony Khan,
Let's
but
leave it
Tony
as
Khan
that.
is Tony Khan.
We're gonna leave it as that.
It's
What you say? It's not. No.
It's not an excuse though, but it's just no. Matter of fact,
It's just for me. It's,
I
it's
just feel
the,
no.
the uproar. I get it.
I just
He did what Brian Kendrick just did. You're basically saying he just did exactly what Brian Kendrick just did. He basically said, we're marginalizing this, but you can't do that. But you did the exact same thing, and then turned
So,
around at this
he's
point and
right.
said, well,
He's right.
This is okay.
This is
but
okay.
isn't
All right. He disrespected. So
It's not-
real talk though, son.
no, it's because people came down on him. The problem is, and I'm gonna tell you what the fucking problem is. The problem is because when Brian Cage thing came out, there was an uproar. There was an uproar for it. They wanted him to remove. When the thing happened to Big Swole, his whole fucking team, including every black person in that locker room, took his side.
I'm gonna say
That's
this.
what happened.
I'm gonna
because
say
nobody nobody cared about Big Swole because it wasn't a big enough superstar. Now Brian Kendrick going up against John Moxley and saying those fucked up shits about the Jewish culture and the Jewish religion is because you're going up against a mega superstar in John Moxley.
let me ask you a question.
Which he shouldn't have
So-
been in the first place.
So let me ask you a question though, and this is where like it comes down to us. We talking about it. So what's our action?
But the thing about it, but the thing about we had action. But what happened was the people who should have been said something and actually put Tony Khan in his place did not put him in his place.
And low key, the one person that semi, even though he backtracked it, but he backtracked on a lot of shit. The person that did say something, where he at now?
And that's the problem because nobody gives a fuck about black women.
Nope.
That's what it comes down to.
That's what outside
because
of
the
Brian Kendrick
because the Kendrick situation is completely fucked up. He's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. And the only reason why Tony Khan and I'll keep it a buck with you, if nobody said anything and he knew about it. He knew about it.
Yeah.
Tony Khan knew about it.
Yeah.
I will put money on it that somebody came to him and said, "Here, this is what happened."
Mm-hmm.
But Tony Khan listens to his fans.
But that's a lot of companies, though.
No, exactly.
Yeah, because
exactly.
once again, it goes back to the point of view. When you look at stuff on the business side, if he would have let old boy, even in knowing that, wrestle Dean Ambrose on Wednesday night, and then sponsors would have called him the next day and was like, "What the fuck?"
But the thing about
that would
it
have been
is,
a different move.
I think personally, it goes down to like who has the bigger bank. Because look, we do it like
money moves stuff. So
let's be honest here. Let's be really honest here. We have a lot of spending power, but we have no capital to actually move anything.
It's not even.
No. It's true though.
But it's not.
Honestly,
it's not even that. It's not.
I bet you money. If we was moving the way these was moving, and money wise, they would have done something.
But the thing about it, that's not who their target audience is. That's what you have to understand. That's not who their target audience is. And regardless of what it is, can we end this? What Brian Kendrick said was completely fucked up. And he needs to be off the air. You go sit down in the corner, figure out what you just said, put your apology out there, and rebuild your shit. And we can move on. Because he was completely out of line.
I agree.
That was because you don't know if somebody changes. So you kind of got to put somebody in the corner.
Yeah, I said
because you don't know if somebody changes. You got to put somebody in the corner. You said what you said.
You're right.
You never apologized after.
Well, no, yeah. When you say what you said, you got to own that. And whatever consequences come from that, you just got to eat that.
You do.
But my thing is that we all need to really be able to keep the same energy. Because if you sit there and you rah for the nigga that said something 10 years ago, I'm going to need that same rah for the person who spoke about their experience.
But it's different. The owner said it, not the worker. That's the difference. The owner said the comment, not the worker. He signs the checks.
That still doesn't make it
It doesn't make it okay, but he's gonna get away with it because he's the owner. He signs the checks, and that's why everybody came out the woodwork and said, like Ty Conti was out here talking about, oh my goodness, with my accent, they are making me a great superstar. Shut the fuck up.
That's not a
Brazilian accent. Whatever the fuck it was, because she don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Stay out of the business. And if they have a problem with me saying this about Tay, you can come see me, Sammy. You can come see me.
That's actually a good match, though, Loki.
Because at the end of the day, you have no reason to even open up your match.
He can't even come at nobody when you had your whole bitch on national TV proposed to her, and then 3 months later, you end up.
It has nothing to do with you. You're not affected by this at all.
He's not. Yeah.
You're not affected by anything at all. You opened up your mouth because you know why? He signed your checks, and I understand why you did that. He signed your fucking checks. That's why you did that.
Yeah, but then you know what? Somebody got to be the Brian Flores of the situation.
You know what it is, though?
And stand the fuck up.
Ain't nobody trying to lose a job.
You know what it is, though, son? You know what it is? It's just like, you're right. Because wrestling is politics. Because you don't know what, yesterday someone did speak up. You don't know what kind of influence Tony have in the whole wrestling business where, like, don't work this person at all. Because that is a fact, though.
Leo's still getting booked, so I don't think it's,
Leo's fine.
Leo's fine, but I'm talking about how that, what if somebody really did spoke out OD?
Well, that's why he got a whole bunch of NDAs running around in these streets. So
you should find an NDA.
So you can't. So even if you want to say some shit, you can't say some shit. But it had been like that and it's not. Once again, it's business. I'm not shading it. I'm not saying that it's wrong or whatever the case might be. You got to protect yourself at all costs.
Because WWE gets away with shit too.
Yeah,
with some wild shit.
Wild, like murderers and shit.
Got raped by the military.
Yeah, they get away with wild shit. Nobody talks about it.
You know what article? You know what came across, and we'll wrap it up soon. You know what came across since we're talking about people that's either said or did shit.
We gotta talk about AEW.
We gonna get there. That's next. I read an article. Actually, it was an interview that my Patty Pat, Patrick Clark, recently was on.
Oh, that interview, yeah. I didn't get to watch it,
He
yeah.
spoke about how, all the allegations and stuff that, came across and WWE investigated and nothing came up. Nothing was said.
Yeah.
Nothing bad came up.
Yeah.
But he said because of essentially the fans kind of not, like when they was doing the TV, what the fuck was it? The virtual shit. And people was on TV saying, like, had signs that said Fire Velveteen Dream and stuff like that. And he was saying in the interview, he was just like, even after WWE and Triple H, everybody investigated and nothing came up about me, I can't wrestle. Because you have people that will go to whether a show or be on TV and push Fire Velveteen Dream. And then when they ended up getting released, because what he said was their plan was to take him off TV, let shit cool down, and bring him back. That was the goal. And then the moment they even were hinting bringing him back was when people were still going with the Fire Velveteen Dream. And then that's when they let him go. And he was saying how, like, he sat at home and he just was like trying, like, he wants to rebuild his career again. And it's unfortunate because he feels like he can't, because he has, there are people, that every time they'll see him say Fire Velveteen Dream. And he's just like,
You know what he did?
I can't
Honestly,
get away from that stigmatism.
No, I agree,
that.
but he never really came out.
He never spoke up about it.
That's the thing.
Well,
He let stuff pile up too much.
But I think a part of it was
WWE.
WWE doing that.
Yeah.
And I think it was, honestly, it was to not only protect him, but protect them. Because if you have this allegation and stuff like that, and honestly, the way they handled him was probably the best way that they could with the circumstances, because you have the person, you have these allegations, take them off, investigate. Don't let him say anything, because he could then say, think about, you don't watch Power. Fuck.
But did like
there was
Austin
a scene
Theory?
in Power.
But did Austin Theory was able to come out with a statement? See,
But was that before or after he got signed?
Austin Theory didn't come out with a statement.
I'm asking.
No, he didn't.
Oh, I don't. The only thing I remember was that picture, and I was just like, it was those things are like, those are hard.
Because
It's a hard line.
Austin didn't say anything.
And besides, Valentine was the biggest star.
It's that, and also, it's one of those things where it got too hot too fast.
Yeah. And you just couldn't
because
recover from it.
Darby got allegations.
Yeah.
And look at, like I showed y'all, Scroll, he got booked for a show in Jersey, Romania weekend. Fucking Jack Gallagher got booked for something recently. So, like,
because as soon as Velveteen got booked for I'm sorry to cut you off.
No,
one of his first shows, like,
it was like DMV area or something like that. Yeah.
Instantly, he got the person, the booker got backlash.
Yeah.
Like instantly, and he was taken off the show.
So why these other guys? It's okay for them to have allegations.
Look in the mirror. That plays a part. Think about it. It's unfortunate. It sucks. But I just think, I would definitely love to see Patrick Clark try to regain some form of his career.
Like a lot of people who look like us in the
shit
business
is just it's uncalled
we just stick
for.
together.
Because he said that he was like, the moment they released him and all that stuff happened, like when they released him, everybody that was talking shit or saying shit, everything stopped. So because he hasn't been mentioned, no one's talked about him. Nothing's being said about him now.
He need a PR team, like a real PR team.
But they
sucks.
Like, he need a real PR team, because I think that there's hope for him. It's just, he should have went on a bigger podcast.
Should have won a Jobbertears podcast.
Exactly.
Listen,
like an actual wrestling podcast, because that
Patrick,
podcast,
if you are listening,
like,
I welcome you with open arms.
Like, honestly, that podcast he did is not a wrestling podcast. So nobody, like, you have to
probably scared to go on a wrestling podcast.
Yeah. And actually, you know what? It goes back to, remember we were talking about how we were talking about indie guys doing interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
And that plays a part of it too, because sometimes they get afraid of how they could either be portrayed or how things can be flipped or questions. Like, the uncertainty of an interview, I think, scares a lot of people. And it's unfortunate because, like, for us, we would never do that. Even though we want to ask, like, sir, there was definitely one or two people I was like, damn, I really wanted to ask a certain question, but it's probably disrespectful as fuck, so I'm just gonna keep it to myself. But it's hard to have that trust and integrity in certain things, especially in wrestling, because you've seen how things have played out before in the past and how people have gotten burned off of fucking interviews and stuff. Like, look at Brian Kendrick. That was an interview from 10 years ago.
But the thing about it is, Yo.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I know he's motherfucker is a fucking anti-Semitic. You said shit in the interview. They asked you a question and you went in. That means that came from your soul.
Yeah, bro.
But
You deserve to be kicked off.
But I just don't. It goes. I just never like stuff intention. Like if that was if that was the case, I'm not saying what he said was right. Not saying any of that.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
My issue is always gonna be the timing of it.
I'm very
That's
sensitive. I'm very
fucked
sensitive
up.
to Jewish people.
No,
because,
which is fair.
No, because they're the ones who like.
They sign my checks.
No, not even that. Growing up, the people that took care of me, like whatever issues I had, they were Jewish.
Yeah.
They held me down.
Yeah.
And they know the struggle of being like
Being discriminated
everybody's
against something you
struggle's
believe.
different. I will put black people's struggle at the top tier.
Top of the list.
Nigga, we played on God mode.
Sorry,
Yeah.
top
But
of the list.
knowing Jewish people, being friends with them, and understanding what the shit that they go through, I'm a little more sensitive about it because it's like the shit be fucked up. Like they really be coming at them, and like Brian Kendrick on the interview, like, yo, this and this. Like, nigga, you said that from the soul.
Nigga, let it
Like
rip.
this is off. This is like
But
you
overall, the whole interview thing is just like, all right, be smarter. You go on a wrestling class, like Stephanie Hart, shout out to her. She said that he wrote a whole essay about it. Yes, but the essay was kind of like, it didn't really answer nothing. It was very like, it didn't go, like, it would have been better if you did that on a podcast to really explain himself. Because it was still left a lot of unanswered questions.
I don't think he knows what to say.
Right, and I think that plays a part.
And that's why I feel like how that he needs a good PR team. Dre said that,
ain't got
oh,
money
you know,
like that.
no PR team can help him. You see Kanye West?
Nah,
You
PR
see-
teams work magic.
Exactly.
Baby.
Exactly.
All right, so we're gonna end off talking about good old
Dynamite.
all elite wrestling with a main event for 40 minutes with 8,000 commercials.
I enjoyed the main event. It was good.
My issue with it was that it didn't flow 100% for me.
It didn't, yeah.
Because it was too long.
I enjoyed it, but I something
Something was missing. The chemistry. So the chemistry I thought Punk and MJF would have had because of the promos, it didn't translate in the match. And that's where my struggle was with it. And then also for me, my attention span, it didn't. I'm telling y'all, Tony, just pay for the fucking last 20 minutes of the fucking show. Like, just do. But if this is gonna be, if this was you build up the shit.
You save
Like,
money.
I'm not saying you do it every fucking week. No. But for matches like this, like when they had, I forgot what NXT title, it was a main event on NXT. And the shit was commercial free. And it just because of how
Or
the flowing
you could
of
get someone just to sponsor
the
the
flowing
hour.
right, but the flowing of the match when you chop it up and you have a picture by picture, you're not paying attention to that. I'm sorry. If you
hard.
say you do, I don't believe you.
Especially like when you
hard
lay
as
it down
fuck.
on the bed.
Yeah,
Like, you gonna focus on the
we
biggest
sitting
thing.
there watching
Yeah.
it, and you get excited, you get involved, and then you hear Excalibur.
Yeah.
Well, next picture in picture. I'm like, what? Why? We're in the match. We're seeing, and then you miss out on because when it came back from commercial, this one was saying, wait, how did MJF get on the off? MJF hasn't
It's
had
better
offense,
to watch
and I
it
was
on
like,
demand.
MJF had offense
Yeah.
during the fucking picture in picture.
Yeah.
You just didn't see it or pay attention to it because it's so fucking little.
It's better to watch AEW on demand.
See, but
It flows
it
better.
shouldn't have. But that's
Like,
the
it
thing.
flows
Like, if
way
you want
better.
my live viewership counting rating, that shit has to
It's
make
terrible.
sense. But that was outside of that, my issue was more the chemistry in the match. Something didn't click. And it was unfortunate because I felt like it definitely was one of the matches they built up for some time.
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
And where him choking out Punk, MJF being the heel that he was, I appreciated that, and
me
that's
too, yeah.
fine. And then Wardlow coming out, and you think Wardlow's gonna change MJF, but he didn't, and he helped him. Like those
The
parts,
little,
the parts I can
yeah.
actually see
How,
on
yeah.
real TV.
the little stuff
Cool.
they did. Yeah. Overall, it was a good story.
WWE hit $1 billion in revenue last year.
Who?
WWE,
Woof.
highest grossing year they ever had.
You forgot they got Peacock deal last year.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got paid off for Saudi. They went back on their own, and Saudi paid them.
But that's what the thing. But revenue wise, like.
Revenue-wise,
Woof.
yeah.
But what other stuff on?
Okay. Dynamite for me was solid.
Solid.
Everything was solid. Dan
Everything-
Lambert versus
Everything
Brandy
was solid.
needs to. It was solid. It wasn't good. Because my standard for solid is a little bit low for Dynamite. I'll be honest with you. It's just a wrestling I watch for.
Okay, that's
The storytelling, I don't expect good storytelling.
and that's so we figured it out, ladies and gentlemen. That whenever we watch, because he hates watching it on Wednesdays, low-key now. But I figured it out. That is why that's the disconnect. The storytelling is just
It's not there no more.
There.
It's not there.
It's too
missing.
No.
It's
In the
missing.
beginning, during the pandemic and
They-
stuff like that,
they had
pick
no
it-
choice.
They pick and choose
Yeah.
what
It was better then.
storylines to really invest in.
Yeah.
So that's why I was a little disappointed in the Punk and MJF. Even if it would have ended like with no, but them doing the promos
It could've.
and then, but you know what was crazy? They actually did the same build up as they did Jericho and MJF.
yeah,
So them niggas didn't do anything. They did nothing different.
copy and paste.
It was a copy. Yo, and I didn't realize till just now. I was like, wait, Jericho definitely went through 3 niggas before. He went through 5
But-
niggas before he got
But
MJF.
Jericho was
Wild.
better though. He actually fought like different points.
Jericho's
like, ooh.
was better because it was more meaningful. Like when Jericho, even though, listen, we know him and the Juice wasn't gonna be A+, but they had history and it made sense to bring a WCW
and
guy.
a lot of Punk
Like that
enemies.
shit.
A lot of Punk enemies are in WWE.
No, yeah,
It's
Like some of his biggest enemies were who? Cena, Ray,
Trips.
Vince.
CM Punk.
Yeah.
After a certain point.
And the only person who was there.
That nigga went through everybody.
Which is why I don't understand why he's so mad.
I don't get the better.
You know what it is?
Listen, anybody who doesn't get their way, that's when they start having a hissy fit.
You know what it is?
Everybody in wrestling.
Son, he broke the record at the time.
But the thing about it is, Punk, I'll be right honest with you, I agree with you. One thing I realized, the difference between like people's really on top compared to people like Punk is they actually did the healing. Look at Booker T where you met him at WrestleCade. Cool as hell. Look at all these dudes, we met who's on top of the car who's still doing it.
Listen,
Punk hasn't healed.
No, Punk is a narcissist.
Yes, he is. 1,000%.
That's what it comes down to.
That's what it deals with.
That's really what
like,
it is. It's
he
nothing
does
more.
stuff to make himself look good.
Yeah.
As long as people continue to call him the best in the world, and he continues to say that he's the best in the world when he's clearly not and clearly never has been, then it's not gonna change.
Words of
Yeah, because his
Michael
fan base
Boston,
loves
ladies and
him.
gentlemen.
So wrong.
But the thing about CM Punk is, okay, reason why I can understand, okay.
How you the best in the world and you can't main event freaking WWE shows? They put you in the middle.
Now, to be fair, though,
That wasn't his fault.
WrestleMania 29. Listen, that's
He
the
should've
only
main event.
fucking match
He
that
should've
I.
main
It didn't
event.
even matter if it was a main event or not. It's the only fucking match that
Yeah.
actually mattered, so it didn't even matter. And he wrestled against Taker. So
Well, that
for
was
me,
his fault, though. That was his fault, though.
no,
That was his
they,
fault, though.
They fucked. Listen, I will forever say the downfall was Rock winning at fucking that Royal Rumble. That shit signed that. If CM Punk wants to be mad at somebody, you need to be mad at Dwayne on that one.
You can't be mad at Dwayne.
Because
it's just Dwayne is just a bigger draw than
That's
you.
what that's what it was.
Which goes back to what I said the other day.
Money.
Y'all can't be mad if they not
That's what
feeling
it was.
You can't be mad.
But
but
what
it's-
else?
If it's
But
not
but
translated,
this
how
but
can you be
but
mad?
going back to Dynamite because we're gonna sign off soon. Going back to Dynamite, that was really my issue with I realized is the storytelling line.
But
When
I've
they
been
had
saying that.
correct. So what was it the other day? Not yesterday, but before then, I said, "Yo, Wilkins said on the podcast, I clearly see it now. I see it better this time
Yeah.
because there was no reason for even before Brian Kendrick got canceled. There was no reason why he was facing John fucking
Because he
Moxley.
just wants a pop.
Like
Yeah.
it doesn't,
And I'm okay with that.
But see, but then,
For fucking Brian Kendrick.
I was.
yeah, I woulda. We did when
He's nice.
we
He's
watched
nice.
NXT.
Yeah, he's nice.
when
nice,
he
yeah.
when he was one of the security guys in the NXT scene with the new guy with Gacy, and I said he was recording. He was recording in the bedroom, and I said, "Oh, Brian Kendrick," and he came out. He was like, "What the fuck?"
Listen,
But
it's
that's my thing with Dynamite.
Jeff Hardy. Stephanie I said Jeff Hardy should have fought CM Punk. That would have been a good match.
yeah. But the thing about it, it's
No.
Then again,
They never had a feud.
they did.
But it's listen. Like it's CM Punk is CM Punk, and I've been saying this like it's like when Brian XL from Hog puts a poster up and says we got fucking Switchblade versus Ken Broadway on our next show. That's exactly what Tony Khan does.
Yeah.
Right.
It's an indie field with a shit ton of money, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not, and I think people get so mad about it when I say this. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's their
I
style.
literally watch when I watch AEW.
It's for wrestling.
It's for wrestling. I want to see it's wrestling. I can learn some stuff from there. You can pick up some things,
Yeah.
even though some matches be like, nigga, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But Sammy and Cody had a fucking fire match like last week.
Yeah, that was fire.
So it's about the matches.
And Rampage be good too.
With that is that it's not consistent.
It's not.
At all.
And that's why Cody doesn't fit in. Cody be trying to tell a story.
At all.
Every
Cody,
10 match, you get one good.
Cody, we definitely be like, all right, this is how we're gonna go. This is how we're gonna express ourselves.
We're gonna
to
fight on the top of the
fans.
bus.
Anybody's supposed to get tuned in and say, yo, I want to watch this every week. If
It-
a
the-
whole
the- it goes
episode of
back.
Dynamite is trash, and I gotta wait until Friday, Rampage to see a
Yeah.
good match.
Rampage be fire.
But the thing about it goes back.
It's the Hook and Adam
It's not
Cole show.
episodic.
Yo, I waited a whole week to see MJF and Punk fight to see that.
To see
40
that,
minute
yeah,
trash?
40 minutes. We
I
was
waited a
struggling.
week
I
to
would
see
have
that.
rather.
I'm not gonna hold you. I fell asleep the last 10 minutes.
See,
I gotta be honest with
See?
y'all. The part that I saw was all right.
I said to you when we was watching it, why is this still going on?
why is it still because
Yeah.
okay, so when we were watching it last
It's
last
done.
night, wait, when we were watching it last night and it was like what 9:15, 9:20 and they were starting the entrances.
And I said, yo, this is the
And
main event.
and then no, so I knew it was the main event. So I just sat and watched. 9:30 comes on. He looks on his phone. He's like, "This isn't the main event. It's early." I said, "This is the main event, bro." And then he kept saying, then he said that, and then it went to commercial break. And when it came back, Excalibur first thing he said was, "And you are now you're continuing viewing your main event." And I said, looked at him, and he was sick.
So
Because I said, yo, they got 25 more minutes of the same
After
shit.
the first 10 minutes, I checked out.
But so the problem was it wasn't a well produced match.
It wasn't.
At all.
That was the thing where
It was
so- from what I was watching, because Wardlow came in towards the end, and they did it whatever Wardlow does. So that was
you missed that part.
that
was good. That was
because
good.
I rewatched it.
Oh, okay.
So
okay. I was like,
so I watched that, and then but in the middle, like leading up to that, they didn't work. There was enough theatrics.
It wasn't.
They did a little bit in the beginning.
Yeah.
MJF running around, but then like in that middle part, to really like the meat of it, they didn't give us the meat of that match.
Yeah.
It wasn't horrible, but the thing about it, it low key dragged. Like they didn't like it didn't go up. It didn't take us on a roller coaster ride because once again, MJF is not a wrestler ass nigga. CM Punk, I don't give a fuck what anybody said.
Oh, he's not
a
a
wrestler ass nigga.
nigga.
Because
Definitely not.
when I watched Kenny versus DB, Brian Danielson,
Them niggas is technical wrestling. So
They were
that's
going
a different-
off.
That's a different
Yeah.
style. They have different styles of wrestling.
but the thing about it, you have to understand where to put them in, like where it works the right way, and then also pull somebody like an OG, like yo, we're about to do 40-minute banger right now. How do help us produce this?
But what if CM Punk thinks that he's
yeah,
above
because
it?
like whatever, then that's
the
a
problem.
Because like
Jinx, knock
whoever,
on wood.
because whoever produced Hangman and DB,
was good.
right?
It was Brian. DB did that.
Well, DB should have did the main event the other night, but
How you feel about Moxley and Dan Bryan potentially being partners?
So I don't mind it. I'm not against it, but my fear is that they always seem to have another person for them to elevate themselves. It's weird.
I think that
It's weird. Because no one can ever be like the one star. Like you
Yeah.
have the elite, there's no one star. You have the inner circle, there's no one star. Which low-key, I do like the fact that Santana and Ortiz are turning their back on Chris Jericho. I'm just going to
Yeah,
put
me
that on
too.
the table.
It was great.
Because low-key, what
But
was
this is-
said
but-
was the truth.
But the problem is this is wrestling in general, because if you watch Raw does have a nice script. Hasal's, but the thing about it, the stories aren't engaging enough.
Yes.
That's the problem.
Yes.
And then you have SmackDown, which is giving us Days of Our Lives, the Samoan version.
I love it.
But that's the only real thing that goes on.
Yeah.
That's enough though, because it keeps you again. SmackDown's always must
But
see.
think
Because
about.
it's 2 hours.
Well, yeah.
It's always must see.
But then AEW needs something that's must see, and they're trying it
With Jade.
with MJF and CM Punk
Yeah.
because they had good bars spitting. But I think you gotta be more creative. You gotta add more elements to it. Bring somebody, because they're bringing Wardlow in. What's gonna happen with that? But they're bringing it. We're in a different time, so you have to pick it up a little bit more. If you're gonna add Wardlow to the system, because they're trying to give that Paul Heyman, Brock, and type of that the turn is gonna happen. But I don't know, man. I don't watch it for that. I've told you guys this. I don't watch it for that. I turn that shit on. I be popping in like 8:30, 8:45. I'm like, I'm gonna watch some wrestling real quick.
Me too, yeah.
I'm gonna watch just wrestling.
I only watch it for Darby Allin.
I really want. We know. I want to be able to.
I felt
keep
that when
up-
Darby Allin was on the screen, it was better wrestling.
I don't hate AEW.
And I think that's
I
the.
still watch it.
No one
I
does.
think that's the part where it gets lost in translation, because it's like, oh, you're shitting on AEW, this or that. It's like, listen, I can say the same thing about WWE and shit. So at the end of the day, it's not even just a targeted thing. It's just like more specifically to what we're talking about. Like
It's like indie show.
these are the plus and minuses. Because listen, as much as I really, really, really want to be on Team Brandy, that crowd saying "shut the fuck up" like that, I was like, yo. I was like, yo.
Well, okay.
This is wild.
Let's rewind real
shit
quick.
is-
Let's rewind real quick. She's not good on the mic.
No.
It's not her fault.
Correct.
She's not good. The storyline that they have her with makes no sense.
I don't know where
I
they're
don't know
going with
why
that.
her and Lambert are going back at it. You can tell maybe I missed something.
No,
on,
you ain't
that
missed
was on
shit.
AEW
Nigga,
Dark.
no.
Maybe I'm missing
You
something.
ain't missing
But
nothing.
as of right now, I don't understand what they have going on, and I would like somebody to. So, and anybody that's listening,
Genuinely
please educate
let me know. Also,
know.
too, going back, I don't know what their fixation is on Lambert, because I don't get why the fuck he with Lance Archer ass. On top of the fact, you got him and Jake the Snake. I said,
Yeah.
pick one.
Yeah, and I didn't
my
like
guy.
that. Now.
Because you got one guy
Now-
talking crazy. You got Adam Lambert coming out talking shit. And then you got fucking Jake the Snake interrupting him to talk about his guy.
But they're setting up.
What?
They're setting up Brandy to fail. That's the
They
problem.
don't give her a support that
and,
I feel
and you're
like
making it look
she
probably like,
needs.
what am I talking about? You're putting her against somebody, Dan Lambert, who's obviously way better than you on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. Two, Tony should be aware of what is said online. You're trying to put her over as the babyface. It isn't working if the crowd is telling you to shut the fuck
no,
up.
I don't think they're trying to put her over as a babyface, though.
Yes, they are. Dan Lambert is the heel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
No, but yeah. He was trying to get not heat. He wasn't, yeah.
But it didn't work.
Correct.
It did because she's
was a
not
whole bunch-
good.
It was like, like a football gameplay where you have X's and O's and you have the lines and shit, and you go this way and the wide receiver goes that way.
didn't work.
So I think Dan Lambert, Loki, was the QB last night trying to throw a play and
didn't
failed.
work.
Intercepted by the crowd saying "shut the fuck up." I feel bad. I
She
was like,
tried.
shit.
He tried to set her up, but like,
And she's not good.
It's like these niggas is fucked
She has to go back to the drawing board.
They all do.
And the thing about it, when you got power like she does, and Cody's your husband, you can do what you want to do, and you can be in position. Like you said earlier on the pod, she should not beat Willow.
yeah.
Yo, when that shit scrolled on the bottom when it gave the results of like Dark, I was like, how?
She should not have been in a match with Willow.
Right? It's weird.
At least on Friday we got Thunder Rosa versus Mercedes Martinez.
Which once again, it could have been should really actually be on Dynamite.
It should have been
One,
Dynamite.
two, should have actually still really had a build up and a different type of build up. But once again, I don't think that throwing the together of matches for me works for me on a weekly basis for me to be
It don't.
invested. Yo, and that was another thing he
They always
mentioned.
do.
No. They typically have like 4 on Rampage. That shit had like 6.
It was at least
It was mad matches, and we were sitting there like, how is this an hour?
I was like, yo.
because it kept going. They kept saying the message. We was like, what?
Wow.
But any
How
last?
you not on the flyer?
What are you talking about?
My boy sent me a thing for his birthday bash. Nigga's not even on the flyer.
You talking about Rich?
Yeah.
Where are we going? He said he texted to me. I think like 2 days ago or something.
He just sent it to me on the group chat. I was like, nigga, you're not even on the fucking
He
flyer,
sent
my
it to
nigga.
me.
And it's on a Tuesday.
It's on Tuesday night. Yeah,
In-
it's
in
at that
Queens.
place. I think that we went for Dre's birthday. I like that place. Them Henny Coladas hit. Yeah, and the pineapple. That's a different.
I got to take a cab home then. I
We
ain't-
all do. Think about it. Any last words before we do go? Once again, check out the first new episode of the MrBlacc Neighborhood featuring MrBlacc himself.
Description below.
Make sure our next viewing part. Are we doing Saudi?
Yeah, I have to get the flyer out.
Okay,
That's middle of the day, right?
We're doing brunch, I guess.
Ooh,
On Saturday?
brunch turn up on Saturday.
Starts at 12 p.m.
The
on
19th.
Saturday?
Yeah,
Yes.
because of the time difference.
Wait. So at 12,
It's
what
like
we doing
3.
brunch at?
At
Legends,
Legends.
nigga.
Legend has brunch?
I'll make a brunch
We'll
menu.
figure it out. You get some chicken and waffles together. But let's look out for that
I might show
for that
up.
information for was it February the 19th at Legends for Saudi.
What are you guys doing for Valentine's Day?
Working.
Why does everybody have this is like I feel like the 4th person that's asked us and we always look at each other like
Oh.
it's a Monday, so that's that.
Are you gonna watch Raw together and get it in Raw? Oh! I think we'll end on that note.
That's a terrible note to end on, but no, what we're talking about actually was getting Hooters and Stone Pizza
That sounds good.
for Valentine's Day. We thought about
Sounds
that.
like a relationship.
What about you?
Yeah.
What
I'm doing for Valentine's-
that sounds
what
like
day is Valentine's
I've been
Day?
in this relationship for a minute now.
No.
I already know what inside this club looks like.
No, you know what's crazy though is that he's not really big on Valentine's Day either.
Like I hate Valentine's.
I hate Valentine's Day.
So it's interesting. Last year,
It's trash.
I low-key was just trying to like hype him up, like, oh, it's our first Valentine's Day. Come on. Like, nigga wanted no parts, no smoke, no nothing. This year, I feel like he's way more excited about it. So I'm like, game. Like, yeah.
I got her something real dope that I know she's gonna love.
And then his gift is dope as hell. So
You some single. Well,
I'm single. Go single. All right, we're gonna end the podcast.
are you sure?
the lies that you tell.
Janelle,
What?
thank you.
I am single.
Anyway,
guys.
are you sure?
That's his
single.
gimmick. Single, because Rico Haiti.
The
That's a
nigga's
Rico
gimmick
Haiti.
is
Rico Haiti is never in a
for
relationship.
life. For
Oh, now he
life.
running.
He said he wants to end it so he can go pee.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyway, once again, Saudi, September, Jesus, now I want my birthday here. February 19th, we'll be at Legends. Actually, next weekend, anyone in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I'll be at Health Club's 4 Sides of Wrestling show. We're sponsoring the match of Calvin Takeman versus Darius Lockhart. So I will be there live and in color. So anybody that wants to attend that lives in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you can look on Instagram and Facebook for that information. We'll post that. And then also to February 20th, we'll be down in D.C. for Fight Club's show.
February 20th?
Yeah, it's the day after Saudi. I kept saying the 20th is something, and I couldn't remember what it was until last night.
Driving down there, right?
Yeah, road trip, the Jobbertears road trip.
You know I'm driving. Okay.
Anything else? No. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at the Jobbertears Podcast. Once again, thank you. Look, from this one going to the bathroom, this one always leaving me hanging. We want to personally thank each and every person that has supported, that has viewed, that has listened, that has told a friend to tell a friend about the Jobbertears Podcast. Because once again, we wouldn't have made it to 200 episodes without you guys. So thank you so much for that. Until next time, #Black Excellence, #we are out because I'm starving.
I was over, got the hands in motion. If you go with rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans. You gotta wait till your coast chosen. Trying to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes & Noble.